Welcome to Soul Spirit Stories, where we bring you real, raw, and heart-touching stories that stir your soul and remind you of the power of resilience, love, and destiny. Today's story is about a single dad who started as a dishwasher and walked into a boardroom one day, leaving everyone speechless when he said, "That Desi dishwasher is now your new CEO." It's a story of pain, perseverance, and an unbreakable spirit, a reminder that sometimes life breaks you just to rebuild you stronger. Let's begin. The morning rush had already begun at the downtown hotel kitchen. Plates clattered, steam hissed, and voices rose in a symphony of chaos. In the middle of it all stood Arjun, his hands submerged in soapy water, his uniform damp and wrinkled. His eyes, though tired, had a quiet determination. He'd been working as a dishwasher for over 3 years now. Every day started before dawn and ended well after midnight. His co-workers often complained, but Arjun never did. He had a reason, a purpose, a little girl waiting for him at home. Her name was Meera. She was 7 years old, full of laughter and dreams. But ever since her mother passed away in a car accident, that laughter had become rare. Arjun was all she had, and she was his entire world. He had come to this foreign country with nothing but hope in his pocket. Back home in India, he was once an engineering student, bright, ambitious, full of ideas. But when his wife died, everything collapsed. Bills piled up, and his dreams faded behind the fog of survival. He moved overseas to start fresh, thinking he'd find better opportunities. But life had other plans. Without a degree recognized in this country, he ended up taking any job he could find. And that's how he became a dishwasher, yet, even as he scrubbed dishes late into the night, Arjun never let his dreams die completely. One evening, after a 12-hour shift, he sat in the break room, scrolling through old notes on his phone, ideas he had written years ago about an affordable water filtration system for rural areas. He sighed, smiling faintly. "What are you looking at?" asked Marco, his co-worker, sipping coffee. "Just something I used to work on," Arjun replied. Marco chuckled. "Man, you're washing dishes now." "Forget that stuff." Arjun smiled politely but didn't respond. Deep down, he whispered to himself, one day. That one day came sooner than he expected. A week later, the hotel's owner, Mr. Roberts, came to the kitchen. He was holding a meeting about sustainability and reducing waste. "We're looking for new ideas to make our hotel eco-friendly," he said. "If anyone has suggestions, feel free to share." Everyone stayed silent, except Arjun. "Sir," he said softly, raising his hand, "I might have an idea." The entire kitchen turned toward him. "The dishwasher? Talking to the owner?" Mr. Roberts smiled. "Go on." Arjun explained his concept of a low-cost water recycling system that could save thousands of gallons every month. He sketched it roughly on a piece of paper, using a pencil he borrowed from a waiter. The owner was intrigued. "That's impressive," he said. "Do you have a background in engineering?" Arjun nodded shyly. "Yes, sir. I studied mechanical engineering back in India." Mr. Roberts looked at him for a moment, then said, "I want you to come to the boardroom tomorrow. Present this idea to our sustainability committee." The kitchen went silent again. The dishwasher. In the boardroom. That night, Arjun walked home under the city lights, his heart pounding. Meera was asleep on the couch when he entered their small apartment. He brushed her hair gently and whispered, "Papa has a big day tomorrow." He stayed up late, working on his presentation using an old laptop with a cracked screen. He couldn't afford PowerPoint, so he drew his slides by hand, scanned them, and turned them into images. He practiced in front of the mirror again and again until dawn began to break. The next day, he stood outside the boardroom in a borrowed suit. His palms were sweaty. The managers and executives inside were sipping coffee, laughing, discussing numbers and strategies. When the door opened, all eyes turned toward him. "Mr. Arjun." "Please come in," said Mr. Roberts. He took a deep breath and stepped inside. For the next 20 minutes, Arjun spoke with quiet confidence. He explained his system, the design, the cost efficiency, and how it could benefit the hotel chain long term. His English was accented, but his ideas were crystal clear. When he finished, there was silence. Then the CFO leaned forward. "This is brilliant," she said. "How did we not think of this before?" Another manager nodded. "If this works, it could save us millions annually." Mr. Roberts smiled. "Well done, Arjun. We'll test your design." Weeks passed. The test system was implemented in one of the hotel's branches. It worked perfectly, reducing water usage by 40%. The board was impressed. Soon, Arjun was asked to help with other sustainability projects. His ideas kept coming: waste management, energy efficiency, smart kitchen layouts. He wasn't just a dishwasher anymore. He was becoming a problem solver, a thinker, a quiet revolution in the company. But even then, he didn't forget his roots. Every evening, he still washed dishes when short-staffed. "It reminds me where I started," he would say. One day, Mr. Roberts called him into his office. "Arjun," he said, smiling, "I have news. We're creating a new department, sustainability and innovation, and I want you to lead it." Arjun was speechless. "Sir, I'm not qualified. I don't even have a degree from here," Mr. Roberts chuckled. "You have something better, results." And tears filled Arjun's eyes as he nodded. That night, he hugged Meera tight and said, "Papa's hard work is finally paying off." Years went by. Arjun continued to climb the ladder. His innovative systems were adopted not only in hotels, but in other industries too. He partnered with universities, gave talks, and became a symbol of what determination could achieve. But despite all the success, he remained humble. He still rode the bus to work, still packed Meera's lunch every morning, still sent money to the orphanage his late wife supported back in India. Then came the day that would change everything. Mr. Roberts, now aging, decided to retire. The company's board began searching for a new CEO. Names floated around: high-profile executives, business veterans, industry leaders. And then, unexpectedly, the board made its announcement. The new CEO would be Arjun. When the news broke, everyone in the company was stunned. The man who had once washed their dishes was now sitting at the head of the table. On his first day as CEO, Arjun entered the same boardroom where he had once stood nervously years ago. The executives waited quietly. He looked around, smiled, and said the words that would become legendary. "That Desi dishwasher you once saw in the kitchen is now your CEO." There was silence for a moment, and then the entire room erupted in applause. Some had tears in their eyes. Arjun's journey had come full circle. Later, during his first press conference, a journalist asked him, "What kept you going when life was so hard?" Arjun smiled gently. "My daughter," he said, "and the belief that no work is small but giving up is. Every plate I washed was one step closer to my dream. Every hardship was a test of faith, and I never stopped believing that one day I would stand where I am today." The clip went viral online. Millions watched and felt inspired. People from all over the world shared their own stories of struggle and hope. Arjun had become more than a CEO. He was a symbol of possibility. A few months later, the company organized a global conference on innovation. Arjun stood on stage with Meera sitting in the front row, now a teenager, proud and teary-eyed. He told the audience, "Success is not about where you start. It's about never stopping." "I wash dishes, yes, but I wash them with pride, knowing that dignity comes from effort, not titles. If my story teaches you anything, let it be this: never be ashamed of humble beginnings. They prepare you for great destinies." The crowd gave him a standing ovation. That night, as he walked out of the hotel, no longer as a dishwasher, but as the CEO, he paused by the kitchen window. Inside, a young man was washing dishes, humming to himself. Arjun smiled, remembering the days he had stood in that same spot. He walked inside and handed the man his coat. "It's cold tonight," he said. The young man hesitated. "Sir, you're the CEO. I can't," Arjun interrupted, smiling warmly. "I was once you. Never forget, every small job done with love is a step toward greatness." The young man nodded, eyes wide with respect. As Arjun walked away, the sound of water and laughter filled the kitchen. He looked up at the night sky and whispered, "We did it, Meera. We really did it." The story of Arjun, the single dad who rose from the dish sink to the boardroom, spread around the world. People called him the Desi Dishwasher CEO, but for him the title didn't matter. What mattered was that his daughter could dream freely, that he could give back, and that no one else would ever feel small for doing honest work. In the end, his journey wasn't just about success, it was about faith, humility, and the belief that every broken dream can rise again if you refuse to stop believing, because sometimes the people who start at the bottom are the ones who build the tallest towers. And sometimes the dishwasher becomes the CEO. Thank you for watching Soul Spirit Story Easy. If Arjun's story touched your heart, share it with someone who might need hope today. Subscribe for more stories that remind you, no matter where you start, your spirit can take you anywhere.